Everyone, I'm Jason Golden, the Golden Realtor, here with some very special guests, Jalen, Jeree, and Mr. Jerry. They just purchased their first home, 19 years old, and I just wanted to not only highlight their success, but also hopefully inspire those that may be thinking about purchasing a home, not quite sure if it's the time for you. Hey, you could be 19 and find your first house. So shout out to you all again. Amazing, amazing success story. Jalen and Jeree, how does it feel to purchase your first home?
I mean, honestly, it feels super surreal. I mean, I never imagined us buying a house at 19.
Right.
So,
Honestly, it feels the same way. It feels like a dream, but thanks to God.
Man, that's good. That's good. Jerry, what was it? How does it feel to you to be have your kids already off, not only on their own, but 19 on their own, purchasing their first house? How does that feel?
I cried.
You cried?
I ain't even gonna lie. It was one of those things where I was like, man, it was great. It's a great accomplishment. It's a great thing. But then also, shoot, for 19 years they've been my life.
Right.
And so it's like everything that I've been doing and building has been with them. And then now all of a sudden it's like, poof, they on their own and they're gone. And I'm like, dang, they ain't upstairs no more.
So was this always the plan? Did you always plan for them to kind of buy young, or?
I did want them to buy young. I've always told them I don't want y'all to rent anything because that's just a waste of money. You're just gonna be throwing your money away. But then also my plan was to make them millionaires by the time they're 40.
Oh, I love it.
So that's why we started saving early and often.
Yeah. When you hear that, what do y'all think? A lot of pressure, or?
not at all. I mean, it's just, I don't think it's a lot of pressure for us. I mean, we already had a plan for us, and it's been easy so far. So I think it's
Part of the plan, just gotta roll with it. Yeah.
Did you find it challenging at the time? Was it hard, or were you was it smooth? Like, what was that process like?
It was pretty smooth. I
Yeah.
mean, I thought it was kind of hard because, I mean, us saving money, and we like to spend. So, it was kind of hard. But, I mean, look at us now. Like, we have a house now. So.
Yeah. Do any of your peers, like, what have they said? Have you told them yet?
Yeah, they're super proud of us. They never thought we would have a house.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Cool. So what was that blueprint like? Like, how did you get them set up, and what was the structure like? If we could help some other people to kind of guide their children, or just kind of give us some maybe golden nuggets.
One of the biggest things is I start reading.
Okay.
I read a few books. The first book was like Atomic Habits by J.L. Collins. And then the other book was The Millionaire Next Door. And those two books kind of set the tone for a lot of things that I started to do after that. And I started to read up about a lot of other things. Dave Ramsey also helped on some of his reads. And The Simple Path to Wealth was a great read, telling you how to actually save without actually saving. And so one of the things is if you make saving automatic, you don't have to think about it. And so with a direct deposit nowadays, all you have to do if you set up your account where you say, okay, I always made it for them. I got them used to living on less money, first of all. And so then I took 50% of their check, I put 30% in an investment account, and I put 20% in a savings account. And then after that, I made it a game. And I was like, hey, look, I'm buying this new ETF, which I started with Fidelity. If it's called FZROX. FZROX was the ticker symbol. It's the ETF that I put them in, and it was trading around $14, $15 at the time. Now like $16, $17. And so what I did was I was like, hey, how much you making? This is your account. So I started to show them how it grows. I said, hey, we look for 7% a year. We start hitting like 10%, 15%. A little bit after COVID, they started really clocking in like 20% one year. I think it was 2021, 2022, they clocked 20% in their account. And so just those simple automatic investments where it automatically came out of their check, they never seen the money. And then I was like, hey, this is where you at this month. And then like 6 months later, I show them again and be like, oh my God, I got $6,000 in this account. And so then what started to happen for Jeree was he would make probably $700 in a paycheck for him. But the other 700 was already invested and put in savings. He would say, hey, I only need 4 of this. So take 3 of this, put it in my stock account. So for him, it became a game. And then he started to invest and start looking at investing himself. And so just making it more automatic made it easy for him. And they had to be on board too.
Okay, that's good. Was this modeled for you? I know you said that you read, so was this modeled for you, even home ownership, or did you just get the ambition drive one day and just started?
You know, I was on that path of, my parents was going to leave me a bill instead of a will type thing. My mom and dad did construction. My mom was a nurse, and it was just one of those things where they lived paycheck to paycheck. But I had friends that didn't. I could see their parents that lived paycheck to paycheck, and they were going on vacation. Their dad had like muscle cars and things like that, and I'm like, shoot, my parents are doing pretty good, but we always broke. Yeah. So then I found out as I got older, like we were just spending more than we had. We're putting ourselves in debt. So the first thing I did, no credit cards. That's the first thing I did, because when I got out of college, when I was in college, I got a credit card, messed up my credit, then I had a car note, then all these other things. Those small little things started to build up, and it takes your wealth away, slowly. And so that taught me a lot in the last like 10 years of my life, where I started to learn, like, man, all these little decisions add up over time. And when you really look at your habits of eating out, car notes, subscriptions, and things like that, that's $400-500 a month. You stack that up over a year, shoot, that's a lot of money.
Right.
You put that away, that's $6,000.
Right.
And so I really started to look at those habits and those small habits. The book Atomic Habits, started to look at all the small things that you do that add up, and then you start to manipulate them to make sure you ain't making those mistakes, so that you can start to save. Because they work at Chipotle. And they were able to save $20,000. Jeree saved 20, she saved 18, working at Chipotle. Right. And so they're not making like a big wage. They're still making $15, $16.
Working at Chipotle managed to save $20K. That is big. That's big. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's just that's amazing.
They don't have these great jobs. You know what I contributed to their accounts? I put the first $100 in both of their accounts. And then for their birthday, I told them after 18, you don't get no presents. I put more money in their stock account. Wow. And so that's the present that I give them now for their birthday. They get money put into their stock account, and that's it.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. I keep telling people that this is why I wanted to share this story, because I've never heard it before, and I hope that it can be emulated and copied so that other people can, be in a position of home ownership. And it's been a pleasure just working with them. They're just amazing, right? They're a great family. So what's kind of next? Now you bought a house, you're working, school. What's kind of next for each of you?
For me, I want to get enrolled to Tarrant County College, start firefighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start my certificates, all that. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So I just kind of got done with school as a phlebotomist. So hopefully I can get into that and then start nursing school and then work my way up.
Cool. And if they wanted to like follow you and support you and tag you, like what are your hashtags and whatever?
You can follow me on Instagram, Mills, MILS.Jeree, JEREE.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at xcc.may with 4 E's, MAEEE.
Y'all be sure to go out, follow them, encourage them, tell them congratulations, stay supportive of them. I mean, again, I applaud them for all their work. Mr. Jerry, what's next for you?
Man, so now that I'm an empty nester. No, I ain't empty nester, not just yet. No, so for me, my goal is to just keep pushing them to get an investment property next. Okay. My goal is to pour into them, because I want my next generation to be better than the first generation, the one before. And I read a quote, and no, it's not a quote. It was actually a speech where the guy said, "There's the one in your family." If you look back at all the rich people in the world, everybody wasn't rich in their lineage. There was one person that made the difference, that changed the whole trajectory of the family. And so my goal was to be that one to change the trajectory of my family. My brother and my sister, growing up, we kind of all had the same upbringing, but I just wanted to change the whole trajectory for them so that, hey, they be the first millionaires. Hey, they do the next best thing for our family. And so for me, right now, it's just really just pouring into them. I'm actually headed to Chicago in 2 weeks to work for 6 months for my job. Got to put in teach a new charting system I'm an ICU nurse. Okay. So I'm gonna do some teaching on that and getting other employees trained on doing the new charting system. And then after that, I don't know, they send me somewhere else. So basically I'm just travel nursing.
Okay. So it kind of gives a good segue. Family's beautiful. What does family mean to you?
For me, family is one, leaving a legacy and togetherness. For me, I always tell them Mills, as a Mills, you don't give up. As a Mills, you work hard. And for me, a family, I want it to be close-knit, tight, holidays together, vacationing together, doing those things that I see my other friends able to do. Hey, I'm paying for this vacation for us, so I'll go here and do that. And I'm just now starting to get to that point where I can. Mm-hmm. We went on a cruise maybe, what was it, last year? And so, shoot, my family never done nothing like that. My friends' families did that. We're like, oh, we going to Florida for the week. And I'm like, shoot, I can't even take my family down the street for a week. Yeah. So that's one of the close-knit, tight, with just a good name, like that Mills name to stand out and to be recognized. And that's one thing I do for myself, at work. I want everybody to know, hey, Mills, hey, he the man. When I'm at work, I tell people, you ain't dying on my shift. You can die tomorrow, but today, while I'm here, you ain't dying. Yeah. So they know that when Jerry Mills step in, it's going to happen. And that's what I want to leave for them, to know, hey, when Mills show up, it's going to happen.
Man, what else can be said? Again, thank you all for the opportunity. You remember the name Mills, beautiful family. The legacy is amazing. If you're thinking about home ownership and you want some more golden nuggets, you can get in contact with me or any of them. Jerry, do you have I know you don't have Instagram.
I got Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. I'm just Jerry Mills, just plain Jerry Mills. I don't know how many are out there. Okay. But hey, if you want a good realtor, Jason is the man. Just a little side note, I didn't know Jason. I was redlined so my house during COVID, interest rates went down. We had a ton of equity in our house. Me and my wife like, you know what, let's get us a condo. So we're looking to get us a condo, so we're gonna refinance our house. The guy comes out, he does the appraisal, and it comes back really low. And I'm like, this don't make no sense when everything else that I've been looking at is way higher. I reached out to Jason. I just found him on the internet. Reached out to him. He shot me back some comps and said, no, this is where your house should appraise at. We go back around. I go back around and around with the lending company about the situation. I'm like, hey, I need a new appraisal. They're like, well, the first one we get is the only one we can use. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go with somebody else then. So we started looking at another lending company, and I forget what happened. COVID got really bad. And then we just shut down as far as trying to get something else, trying to get another condo. So we just held off on it. But Jason shot me out those comps, and I never forgot it. And we've talked periodically throughout that, and I was like, I'm going to use Jason for whatever I do. And he was the first person I called when they were ready to get their property, and he was amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. He got them financed. He helped them find a place. And when we found a place, Jason was on it. We were in it. We were in it in hours. If you ain't in it in hours, you in it the next day. Like, he's right there. He's ready to go, and he's pushing to get you the house you want. Because this house, we had offers higher than ours. But Jason, he was able to talk to the other realtor, and he allowed us to match that offer and beat it and actually got the place. So if you need a good realtor, when you're looking at all these cameras, talk to Jason.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But again, I just wanted to highlight what an amazing family, an example, and I hope it inspires others that are looking to purchase a house. And again, thank you for the opportunity to work with you all in the purchase of that. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that's it. Jason Golden, the Golden Realtor. You guys be safe. Bye.